he didn't put her down. Not right away. For a few seconds after spinning Wang Churan through the air, Zhang Linghe kept his back turned to an entire room full of phones and cameras, his shoulders angled just enough to block every line of sight in the venue. She was still in his arms. And for those few seconds, nobody watching could actually see what either of them was doing. I'm Rabbit News Hallyu, and this is one of two small moments from a single night in Beijing that ended up eating the internet's attention this week, not because anything scandalous happened, but because of what didn't. Here's what actually took place. On July 23, at a drama viewing event in Beijing for This Second Too Much, Zhang Linghe recreated the show's now famous Princess Carrie scene with his co-star Wang Churan, lifting her, spinning her once, the exact choreography fans had already memorized from the drama itself. What happened after the spin is the part clips keep circulating. Instead of setting her down mid-turn, facing the crowd, he rotated his own body first, using himself as a physical screen between Wang Churan and every camera in the room, before finally letting her feet find the floor. She was in a long dress that night. The turn gave her a few unscripted seconds to fix the fabric, check her hair, land the way she wanted to land, without an audience watching her do it. It's a small piece of blocking. It's also, according to the reaction online, the kind of small piece of blocking that doesn't usually get taught. Chinese social media picked it apart in real time. The most common read wasn't romantic, it was professional. Commenters called it textbook, the kind of instinct that comes from someone who's actually thought about what it's like to be lifted off the ground in front of strangers with a camera pointed at you. One recurring line online, elegance is what shows on the outside, but consideration is what happens in the small gestures nobody asked for. Paired with the carry itself, the turn and shield became one of the two most discussed frames from that entire event. Zoom out to the international side of this fandom and the reaction gets more interesting, not less. Domestic commentary framed the turn as etiquette. Overseas fan communities, watching the same clip a few hours later through translated subtitles and reposts, mostly landed in the same place, but for a slightly different reason. It read as proof the on-screen chemistry wasn't just editing. A carried, spinning lift is easy to choreograph. A private half-second afterward, given without being asked for, is much harder to fake convincingly in front of a live crowd. That distinction, performed versus instinctive, is exactly the kind of detail that travels well across language barriers, because it doesn't need a caption to land. What's worth sitting with here isn't the gesture alone, it's what the gesture was doing inside a promotional appearance that's technically about selling a drama. Every second of an event like this is choreographed for content. The carry was planned, it's lifted straight from the show. The turn wasn't in that choreography. And the fact that an unplanned moment of physical awareness outperformed the planned scene recreation tells you something about what audiences are actually responding to in C-drama promotion right now, not the spectacle beat, but the quieter, human one sitting right next to it. That's not an isolated reaction limited to one night, either. It fits into a broader shift in how promotional appearances for leads get built. A few years ago, drama promo leaned almost entirely on spectacle, the big scene recreation, the choreographed fan service moment, the thing engineered to clip well on its own. Increasingly, what's actually clipping best isn't the spectacle itself, but the unscripted half-second sitting next to it. Teens have started noticing that, and it's quietly changing what gets encouraged, if not scripted, at these appearances. Less performance for its own sake, more room for the people on stage to just behave like people who work together. There's a bigger commercial logic underneath that shift, too. Chinese dramas are competing for attention well outside their home market now, on platforms where a viewer might land on a clip with zero context about the show, the actors, or the plot. In that environment, a planned scene recreation only works if you already care about the source material. An unplanned, human half-second doesn't require that context at all, it reads the same whether you've seen the drama or not. That portability is exactly what makes moments like this one useful far beyond a single fan base, and it's a big part of why C-drama marketing overseas has started prioritizing exactly this kind of unscripted footage over polished, on-brand content. But the turn and shield wasn't the only detail from This Second Too Much doing numbers online this week. The other one is smaller, stranger, and it didn't happen at an event at all, it happened months earlier, on set. If you've spent any time in Zhang Linghe's fan spaces recently, you've run into some version of the same question: what does it actually mean when he bites his lip? On screen, the gesture is doing real work. He plays Mengqingyi, the youngest son of a warlord in a Republic-era romance, whose first love, presumed dead for years, comes back into the story as his own brother's wife. It's a genuinely uncomfortable position to write a character into, and the show leans on restraint instead of dialogue to sell it. Every time Mengqingyi runs into her, the jealousy and possessiveness he can't act on show up as almost nothing: a tightened jaw, a bitten lip, gone in under 2 seconds. Viewers have specifically praised that restraint, describing it as an emotion the audience understands without a single line explaining it. Here's the part that turns this from a performance note into an actual story, though. That same physical tell exists off-screen too, and off-screen, it started as an accident. During filming of a forced kiss scene set at a sink, Wang Churan, fully in character, actually bit down on Zhang Linghe's lip. Hard enough to draw blood. The director didn't call cut. That take, blood and all, made it into the finished show. Behind-the-scenes footage from that day shows both actors covering their faces laughing, mortified, right after delivering the scene's next line, something close to "I want to skin you alive," immediately following the moment the accidental bite actually happened. 1 second he's playing a controlled, powerful character in the middle of a tense scene, the next, off-camera, he's dabbing at his own lip looking genuinely pained, and neither of them can hold a straight face. That kind of unplanned continuity, an actual, minor injury preserved in the final edit instead of quietly reshot around, isn't the norm. Most productions cut around a moment like that and pick it up on the next take. Keeping it in says something about how this show's team is treating imperfection on set, not as a mistake to erase, but as material that reads more real on screen than a clean, careful take would have. And it turns out the habit runs deeper than one accidental scene. Fans who follow Zhang Linghe's live streams and public appearances have pointed out that he does this off the clock too, biting or pursing his lip when he's distracted, thinking through a question, or just sitting quietly in a break between segments. It doesn't read as a performed mannerism, the kind an actor might lean into knowing a camera's on him. It reads as something closer to an actual, unconscious habit, which is part of why the contrast lands the way it does with audiences. At 190 centimeters, with an angular, cool-toned look that photographs almost intimidating in stills, the same person turns out to have this small, involuntary tell that shows up most when he's caught off guard, teased on a live stream, ears going red, lip caught between his teeth before he can catch himself. None of this is being manufactured by a marketing team, and that's arguably the whole point. The reason both of these moments, the shielding turn and the lip bite thread running through the show and its behind-the-scenes footage, are traveling as far as they are isn't spectacle. It's closer to the opposite. Audiences are responding to the parts of promotional content that clearly weren't built for promotion at all: a physical instinct nobody choreographed, an accident nobody reshot, a habit nobody's publicist invented. As C-drama marketing keeps leaning harder into curated, high-gloss moments designed to perform well online, it's worth noting what's actually cutting through right now, and lately, it's the stuff that looks the least engineered. Nothing here is bigger than what it looks like on the surface. There's a courteous, unscripted gesture at a fan event, and there's an on-set accident that ended up in a finished show because the team chose not to erase it. What both moments share is restraint, from the actors making them, and now, hopefully, from the way they get covered. If you like entertainment stories that go past the headline, the kind that catch the quiet, unscripted seconds most coverage skips right past, Rabbit News Hallyu is built for exactly that. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just news.